hurting rather than helping. Although this may not be the case for countries such as Sweden and Denmark, who have established the most developed welfare state systems and display low unemployment rates.
Now, in the social aspect of unemployment comes in the matter of employment protection legislation. Here, the objective is to protect workers from employers' arbitrariness. The economic impacts of the reduction of firing in firms during economic downturns, but during better times, for these firms, they anticipate that they will not be able to adjust their workforce in the bright future, so they limit hiring. Overall, it has no lasting effect on unemployment, but it reduces the firm's ability to deal with adverse shocks. Payroll taxes' objective is to provide solidarity among workers in financing unemployment, health, and retirement. Its impacts, although, raises the cost of labor, or reduces wages, and or both. As economic integration deepens, countries call for harmonization, including in the labor markets, as they fear different taxes would distort competition. From all the institutions given, each one of them is challenged by the economic integration as was stated in every labor market institutions designed to protect workers. Now there becomes a conflict between the social protection and economic efficiency. It also signifies more competition within Europe itself, favoring countries with more flexible markets. Now as the competition within the euro area increases, will these labor market institutions continue to deeply differ from one country to another? The European Union has been trying to integrate different countries' welfare system and make a common European model. Most European countries are against the US approach for the reason that it creates harsh conditions for those who are unemployed, poorly educated, sick, or simply elderly. Even though their strong welfare system hurts economic performance, they continue to linger on a sense of solidarity and egalitarianism. It's no wonder why then that labor markets here are the most rigid in the world. There are basically four models used by different European countries. They differ in how best to combine social cohesion and economic efficiency. To be brief, these are the continental model, the Nordic model, Anglo-Saxon model, and the Southern European model. Now why don't you choose one model that draws your attention the most, and let's discuss important features of each model. In the continental model, countries like Austria, Belgium, France, and Germany use it. It does not believe in the laissez-faire concept of economy. It offers strict restrictions on dismissals, fairly high minimum wages, and generous unemployment benefits. It entails consequences such as low employment rate, long-lasting unemployment, low and inflexible number of hours worked by workers by reducing number of employed people. It follows every citizen from cradle to grave and make them pampered by free high-quality education, early and generous retirement, and all-encompassing health insurance. High unemployment does not matter much because benefits protect those who do not have jobs, so people are willing to pay high taxes in exchange for the sense of security and a more leisure lifestyle. The Nordic countries, including the Netherlands, use the Nordic model. It offers the most extensive welfare system in the world. It's where the highest taxes are in exchange to finance extensive and high-quality public services. Approach to labor market combines generosity with strictness. For instance, in Sweden it has one of the highest employment benefits, but these benefits don't last long. It encourages workers then to actively search for and accept jobs, and prevent them from depending on the welfare system. A high degree of income equality, which has been achieved by the combination of wage compression and heavy progressive taxation. It supports social cohesion and reduces crime, both of which may help to achieve economic efficiency and growth. High taxes, extreme income inequality, and all-compassing welfare that may stifle individual initiatives are often considered as the price to pay. This model, however, tends to receive high marks for fight against unemployment. The Anglo-Saxon model is used in Ireland and the UK. In the UK, Margaret Thatcher took Britain away from continental model towards the US model. Rate of unemployment is one of the lowest in Europe. The rate of employment is one of the highest. But at the same time, inequalities are very high and public services rank among the worst in Europe. Greece, Italy, Spain, and Portugal use the Southern European model. The adoption of this model was more recent than in previous countries. Here we have low social protection and generous unemployment benefits and low minimum wages, but it has a tradition of very strict employment protection. Still, we can notice the paternalistic approach, like shared incomes within the extended family, especially between parents and children.
Aside from these countries which have respective welfare state, some countries from a former Soviet bloc do not have a definite model. The Soviet model has failed, but its citizens still have a taste for wage equality, public subsidies, and cradle-to-grave social service. That is why these countries feel closer to the continental model in many respects. The EU is making a common model by taking the best of each, but the risk is to build a multi-headed monster that has desirable features but does not add up to a coherent lot. It may sound good when it is in theory and policies, but nobody can ensure its successful implementation unless it is applied in reality.